we are going to work in our language arts, language skills blue, and we are in Unit 14, Lesson 6, Peter, Peter, Pumpkin Eater, and traffic words. So in this lesson, which is about 30 minutes, students will get to explore the poem Peter, Peter, Pumpkin Eater, focusing on the poem's rhymes and its whimsical imaginary. And practice vocabulary words for traffic. So as we do with each of our lessons, first we need to gather all of our materials to be prepared. So we need to have our language arts guide, lesson guide, and this is book 2. We're going to turn to the language skills pages 275 and 276. And you will also need your flexible activity book. And we'll turn to the language skills page 52. And we will also need our book that's titled The Rooster Crows. So it's got all kinds of different rhymes and jingles in here. So we need to turn to the page that has Peter, Peter, Pumpkin Eater. It is across from this of the boy and the girl kind of in the barn. So it's across from that page. All right, so while you guys gather your materials, hit pause, and then when you come back, hit play. Now that you have gathered all of your materials for this lesson, we will start with the offline portion. So I know that you heard me say that we are going to read Peter, Peter, Pumpkin Eater. So this is a nursery rhyme. Nursery rhymes are little poems that most young children hear. So with nursery rhymes, they don't always make sense. They can be really silly and sometimes quite funny. Sometimes strange and amazing things can happen in nursery rhymes. So let's think of a nursery rhyme. Does anybody know one? All right. I am thinking of a nursery rhyme that has to do with an egg. Has anyone ever heard of an egg in a nursery rhyme? How about an egg that sits on a wall? Yes, that's right. Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. So, it says, what is silly or funny about that nursery rhyme? Well, one thing, I've never saw a real, person egg. I've just seen an egg, and so eggs aren't real, so they're not just sitting on a wall with their legs dangling over. And so it says, does anything strange or amazing happen? Well, yeah, the Humpty Dumpty falls on the ground and breaks, and all the king's horses and men try to put the egg back together again. So it's just silly, just kind of fun. It's neat to, just to imagine other things, pretend. So next we are going to read our poem of Peter, Peter, Pumpkin Eater. So you have it in your book. Peter, Peter, Pumpkin Eater had a wife and couldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her very well. All right, so let's think about the poem that I just read. What rhymes with Peter in the poem? What word rhymes with Peter? Pumpkin eater or wife? What rhymes with Peter? Eater. That's right. Great job. All right, so who are the two characters in this poem? Who are the two characters? Peter and his wife. Great job. Where does Peter put his wife? In a pumpkin shell. Great job. So, learning coaches, feel free to pause the recording if you want to discuss other questions with your students. And so you can reread the poem and encourage them to repeat each line after you. But boys and girls, I have a question. Do you think that this poem could really happen? No, it could not. And why not? Why could this not happen? That's right. Nobody's going to fit inside of a pumpkin shell. They are not that teeny tiny, which I've seen some large pumpkins, but not small enough for a wife to live in. All right, so then you can just continue the discussion with how poems are full of amazing and strange things, and they are super fun to read. So we can go ahead and we can get our crayons and our language skills, page 52 activity book, and we can have fun and we'll illustrate the poem. So make sure that you include Peter, his wife, and the pumpkin. So you have your sheet. Always make sure you can go ahead and write your name at the top. That's great practice. And then you can draw a picture of Peter, his wife, and the pumpkin. Once you are finished with that, then you guys can go on to the online portion. This will take about 15 minutes. The student will work here independently on traffic words. So just some further practice with this vocabulary. All right, so right here you are able to practice your vocabulary.
Let's learn about traffic words. Click the spin button to hear a definition.
So from here you can see that there are 6 slides that you can go through. Click on the sound and go through to further practice your traffic words. And once you are finished, then you can mark this lesson complete. Go ahead and take the attendance survey at the end of the video located in the description to let us know if this has been helpful or not. And I hope everyone has a great day.